Mr. Graham?
Here.
And Mr. Gregoire?
Here. Okay, first item on the agenda is going to be the Livingston Parish Public Schools policies. Mr. Harrell, all you.
Gregoire, thank you very much. Mr. Gregoire, members of the board, Superintendent Murphy, I have two policies for consideration tonight. The first one is policy EE, Child Nutrition Management Program. This policy revision reflects the current Louisiana Revised Statutes, which outline the procedure to assist students who do not qualify for free and reduced lunch and are unable to pay their balance in the cafeteria. Next year, we will still be free for all students. What this is, and we've not put this out there, is for students that are not free and reduced lunch that need to pay their debt or will not pay their debt. It's the process that we need to follow to try to collect money from their parents, and also if we don't like to deny students lunch, but there's a procedure that we need to follow for that. In order for us to continue to qualify for the free lunch program that we're currently involved in, we need to have this policy in place. So that's the reason I'm bringing this now, so we can continue with the free for everybody that we're going to have for next year.
At any point in time, does this new policy deny lunches for students?
No, well, it doesn't deny it without us contacting DCFS, and it's a very, very big process. And I'll be honest with you, you got a bunch of former principals in here. It's hard to tell a kid they can't have lunch. It's not their fault.
Right.
And there's a lot of ways that we can do to help them. And this is burdensome to a certain extent on the principal, but, the challenge is at the end of the year, the school gets charged for the lunches that, I would generally have to pay $600 to $1,000 a year at principal at the end of the year for kids that, we sent through the line. But there's a procedure on this, and nobody really actually totally gets denied.
Okay.
The challenge is where, Steve has his lunch money for the day. Although we don't really collect money anymore, so this is dating ourselves on this, but he spends it on concessions, and then he goes through and says he doesn't have any money. So those are the kind of things we work through. Right. But this policy needs to be in place, and I would recommend that we pass that. Any questions on that?
Do we have a motion and a second to approve the policy EE? I had a motion from Ms. Benton, second from Mr. Graham. All in favor? Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. That's it.
Thank you. The second policy BCBI, this policy revision standardizes the process of public comment on agenda items. Individuals who wish to comment on specific agenda items will be required to complete a comment card before the start of the meeting stating which agenda item they wish to comment on, provide their name, address, and telephone number. That's something that we're already doing, but we just needed to formalize it in policy. And you guys are all aware of, we've got the comment cards back there.
This is the current policy that this is the current procedure we're following, correct?
We're following this procedure, we just need to make it policy.
Okay.
And do we have a digital version of comment cards for our digital viewers?
We can provide that.
Yes, I think we do.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
We have a digital version of a comment card for our digital viewers.
Yes, sir, but
Yes.
they do have to submit that in the same time frame as
Correct.
somebody that's online, somebody that's in person.
Sure.
Yeah, and actually, we put that in place back when we
Correct.
were doing, back in March, after March 13th.
Yeah.
So questions on that?
Make a motion,
So- We got a motion from Mr. Graham, second by Ms. Benton to approve policy BCBI for the full board. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. Okay, that's it.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Gregoire, Dr. Gregoire.
Thank you. With no other questions, we have a motion, it would be appropriate for a motion to adjourn. Motion by Ms. Benton, second by Mr. Graham. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Committee's adjourned. Do we want a